guys, so today we're going to talk a little bit about your gut microbiome, the health of your gut, and bread. You would never think those two things go together, but they do, so watch on. Alright, so I am here still with Dr. JJ Levenstein, who is a pediatrician and a trained chef and a baker extraordinaire. We're actually in the Boulevard Kitchen in Sherman Oaks in Los Angeles, this beautiful facility. We've been making bread, or JJ showing us how to make sourdough bread, but JJ, I wanted you to talk to my lovely community about bread or grains and gut health, because I think there's a lot of confusion.
Sure. And you know, one of the biggest oppositions that I have to the modern diet that actually erupted when I was born, it was post-NASA, Tang, TV dinners, canned foods, and preservatives so that we would have long shelf lives.
Yes.
You know, that was in the Cuban Missile Crisis, but unfortunately it's carried over into our markets now, so that most products that are out there have so many preservatives in them with names we can't pronounce. And what these preservatives do, besides preserve bread or other things, is that they mess up our gut, because our nice little bacteria, our biome, which is responsible for everything from processing our food to absorption of our food to how we feel, to also things like vitamin manufacture, our fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, require a healthy gut biome. And we have disrupted our gut biome not only by eating a lot of foods with preservatives, because preservatives mess it up, but also because there's so much antibiotic use. People are taking sometimes some supplements, and those supplements can actually disrupt the biome as well. And so bread, being the staff of life, being one of those very, very important parts of our culture and one of the most enjoyable things we eat, if we buy commercially prepared bread, there are preservatives in there, because it does need to have a shelf life. Most of America is not lucky enough to have fresh bakeries around them like we do here in Los Angeles or in big cities, and so you either buy commercial or you make your own. So rather than buying commercial and hurting your gut, let's talk about the benefits of good sourdough bread. Now, sourdough starter is full of bacteria, lactobacillus and other things that help break down carbohydrates in our gut. When we use certain flours like rye flour, rye is very healthy for us because it actually levels out your insulin levels so that it keeps your satiety even, and it keeps you feeling full. It also helps then reduce the chances that you would have insulin spikes that would lead to overeating, because when you're hypoglycemic you want to grab anything to eat. The other thing too is that the American Heart Association now really looks at rye as one of the healthiest grains, and it has cholesterol lowering properties. And when we eat breads with sourdough, we also increase our absorption of nutrients, and our true nutrients and vitamins and minerals are what also help feed our gut biome in a good and healthy direction. And all that fiber. Face it, we gotta poop. We've got to poop in a healthy way. And so if we have a nice, soft, healthy poop, whether it's once a day or whether it's every third day or even every second or third day, as long as it's soft and healthy and you don't have to strain for it coming out, we get rid of our waste, we clean out our gut as a result. And the only way to do that is to actually have some fiber and some good stuff that we want to eat that actually pushes it out the back end. I mean, enough said.
Well, she's a pediatrician.
I can talk about poop.
She can talk about poop, and she's not worried. Neither am I. And that is such brilliant information, JJ. I know you guys are going to love her and want her to come back more and more, because she's so much information. And the one thing I would also add is that in commercially prepared bread, you get a lot of sugar and a lot of oil. And most of the oil in commercially prepared bread is actually rancid. Yeah. It's just not healthy. And we're talking about trans fats, and fats that are really, really bad for your health and bad for your heart. And then of course there's all that added sugar, which obviously is not great, particularly if you're diabetic and you know, if you're watching your heart health. So all of that said, what JJ said is if you're not celiac or gluten sensitive, the best way to go, really the ultimate best way to go, is rye sourdough would be your best bet.
Yeah, or something with rye in it, and certainly incorporating any of the other grains, whole wheat, staying away from bleached flour, because that literally strips flour of everything, and also the bleach in bleached flour, like typical white flour that you see in the market, also messes with your gut biome too. So we go with unbleached flour, experiment with all kinds of things, whether you're dealing with teff, whether you're dealing with whole wheat flour, or any of the ancient grains that are out there. A lot of the grains are also ground into flours, and they're interesting to experiment with. And you just have to play with the ratios. And if you screw up, I mean, make croutons out of the bread that you made.
Exactly.
You know, I've screwed up so much, I mean, but it's fine. That's the worst thing that can happen because you're only spending pennies here. Yeah. So get real. Buy a bunch of things, keep them in your fridge if they're ancient grains because they stay better and they don't go rancid, okay?
Yeah.
And then, you know, get some good whole wheat flour, whether it's King Arthur or whatever you want to get from your local merchant, and just start playing. This is your artist canvas for making a great loaf of bread. And we're going to start that pretty soon.
Yeah. Check out our other videos, because JJ and I have done a little series of how to make your own starter and how to make your own sourdough loaf. So be sure to catch those. Leave me comments, leave us questions. Guys, we'll see you next time.